What up, Internet? This is Byron D0, and I want to introduce you to my new show called Henshin Highlights. This is going to be a tokusatsu review show. You're probably wondering what tokusatsu is. Well, allow me to explain it to you right now. The term tokusatsu originated from tokushu satsue, which means special photography in Japanese. In production, a special effects director bears the title tokushu gijutsu, special techniques expert, or tokusatsu kantoku, special effects director. The word itself is a Japanese term that applies to any live-action film or television drama that usually features superheroes and makes considerable use of special effects, such as Power Rangers. I've been a fan of this stuff for years, and I'm very passionate about it. So passionate that I decided I want to make a video series talking about various series and movies that I've experienced over the years. And maybe I'll educate some of you who don't know much about it on the subject. Maybe get you a chance to check it out for yourself. See that that's not just what we see in America. So I decided to introduce it with a top 6. So I'm going to do the top 6 things that you need to know about tokusatsu. Why top 6? Because there are usually 6 members in a Super Sentai team. Number 6. The shows in the US are usually adaptations and not the show's original form. Why do I bring this up? Because all the shows that I watch religiously are fan-subbed and will never be licensed in their original form. Plus, I know people worry about consequences behind downloading fan-subs, but I assure you, it's all good. The best example of this is Power Rangers. It's adapted from the long-running Super Sentai franchise, which is over 30 years old. They're not remakes, they're reimaginings at best. Number 5. Heisei and Showa eras. After watching these shows for so long, I've learned a very important tidbit of information about Japanese timelines. The Showa and Heisei eras. These are named after the times in which specific Japanese emperors reigned. Showa is the period of 1926 to 1989, the reign of Hirohito. Heisei is the current era, which was heralded by his son Akihito. Why do these matter, you ask? Because tokusatsu shows have been around since the late Showa period, and for various reasons, shows like Ultraman and Kamen Rider went on hiatus after the end of Showa. Most shows didn't have the special effects budget of today's sci-fi, and might seem rather dated, but are no less enjoyable in my opinion, though I wouldn't recommend them to people completely new to the franchise or genre. Given the links, the original Kamen Rider ran for almost 100 episodes. Nowadays, that's unheard of. In Japanese TV, of course. I became a fan through watching Heisei tokusatsu, like Kamen Rider Blade, or Mahou Sentai Maji Ranger. Early Heisei work led to a lot of experimentation, and a lot of generic angst-written storylines, not to mention generic characters. Brands like Kamen Rider, which almost led to its undoing. But it seems like the studios are remembering the spirit of a lot of Heisei tokusatsu, writing heroic and villainous characters that viewers can enjoy. Number 4. They're 30-minute toy commercials. These shows have to be taken with a grain of salt. They can be a little over the top and gimmicky, but that's because young adults are seldom the demographic these shows are trying to reach. Kamen Rider, Ultraman, Super Sentai, and many others like it are kids shows, so if you think it's all stupid for the gimmick factor, do not approach this genre. Number 3. Shotaro Ishinomori. This man is tokusatsu what Apple is to smartphones. He basically wrote and created the manga responsible for the original Super Sentai show, Himisu Sentai Go Ranger, and the original Kamen Rider series. He was a manga artist first, and those stories were so popular that they were eventually turned into live-action shows. If it weren't for him, there probably wouldn't be any tokusatsu shows like what we have today. They kind of set the standard for most tokusatsu. Number 2. Koichi Sakamoto. This guy is a huge deal in tokusatsu. He was the original stunt director and fight choreographer for Power Rangers. Any out-of-suit stunts that looked sick during the run was his idea. Nowadays, he tends to do more work in Japanese shows, like Kamen Rider Force, where he is the lead director. He still puts emphasis on out-of-suit combat for his actors, and it totally is one of the best reasons to watch Tokusatsu in my opinion, just to see what he does. Number 1. Places to find these shows. These shows cannot be bought in stores in the US as is. Unless you're fluent in Japanese, don't waste your time trying to get the DVDs from Japan. I usually go to tvnihon.com for my Tokusatsu fix. They've been subtitling work for over 5 years, and are constantly picking up new shows. Kitsub is also a great place if you want to check out Showa stuff. And there are a whole host of other sites that you can check out online. Well guys, that's my top 6 list. I hope you liked it, and I hope I piqued your interest. Until next time, I'm Byron D0, your Tokusatsu superhero. Signing off. Ja! Matana!